Hey everybody, it is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Thursday. Hope you're having a good one. Happy January 3rd, also known as the 10-year block anniversary of the first ever Bitcoin block mined on January 3rd, 2009. If you've not already checked out our dedicated coverage of this proof of keys event that's taking place today, that's trying to hold exchanges accountable, check out the write-up here on altcoinbuzz.io, as well as the last video in queue. You can find that on our YouTube video page. We're also going to make sure that we link to that in the description below. But today's the day to participate in proof of keys if that's something that interests you. With that being said, let's move on to the news. We're looking at Monero today, which has become Fortnite's exclusive cryptocurrency payment option. And this is the sort of thing that I wouldn't say it's flying under the radar, but this is a really big move. And it's nice to see. It's refreshing. It's one of those partnerships that hasn't been talked up too much, and I think it is a significant one. So we'll take a look at that from a few different perspectives. We'll take a look at why gaming could really be the next big thing and could be the inroads for cryptocurrency in 2019. But let's begin, as always, on altcoinbuzz.io with a news flash, a roundup of the most recent news pieces. So you guys know the drill. Number one, Litecoin partnered with the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Maybe you watched the fight on December 29th. Maybe you didn't, but the Litecoin logo was prominent there in the middle of the octagon. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not that was positive exposure, whether that was the kind of audience that this had, kind of traction with, so to speak. But nonetheless, a nice precedent was set in terms of marketing and advertising. Number two, we talked about how the first crypto MBA program is now available from South Korea. Number three, Bitcoin's popularity continues to grow in Turkey. Number four, finally, Binance confirms XRP will be added as a base pair. In addition to all of the other positive XRP news, some base pair developments were announced, which I think is fair to say is a very strong omen, especially for you out there in the Altcoin Buzz army that are XRP supporters. And moving on here to our main story of the day, Monero becomes Fortnite's exclusive cryptocurrency payment option. Article here by Romel. If you're like me, you're an old fart, you probably don't know much about Fortnite. Of course, I've heard of it, but this is a really big deal. So Monero revealed on Reddit and Twitter that Fortnite will use Monero as an exclusive cryptocurrency payment option for Fortnite's merchandise store. Let's check out the tweet here. This from January 1st. The official Fortnite merch store is now exclusively accepting hashtag Monero as a cryptocurrency payment option. The big surprise here is that it's exclusively. It's not Monero and other stuff and Bitcoin and whatever. It's exclusively Monero. So they really went strong on the privacy approach. And you guys will have to tell me, I'm not a Fortnite player. I used to be a gamer, not so much anymore really. But is there a demand in this space for privacy features, for something like a privacy coin? Is that the reason they went after a project like Monero for those characteristics? Romel writes, Fortnite took over the gaming world in 2018 with over 40 million people playing the game every month. The game is free to play, but you can buy add-ons online for your characters, and the customization has made Epic Games millions of dollars, perhaps billions. On January 1st, it was revealed that Monero has become the exclusive cryptocurrency for Fortnite's online merchandise shop. So Romel asked the question, why have they become an exclusive cryptocurrency for the online merchandise store? No one really knows at this point. One can easily guess that there must be a friendship or connection between the two. That's possible. Monero does have its own FUD from several months ago, but this, however, didn't prevent this partnership from happening. You may remember in June of 2018, a report was released by an enterprise security company known as Palo Alto Networks. It found that nearly 5% of their circulating supply of Moneros was mined using malware. So this basically means that malware hijacked computers have been used to mine Monero in the background. But as Romel writes, kind of the odd thing is that Monero hasn't really seen much of a price jump. It's up about a percentage when the rest of the market is down 0.14%. So not unaffected, but not really being elevated to the extent that we may expect given this kind of news, which is very good news in my opinion. If you guys want to take a look, maybe it was off balanced or counterbalanced by this report that was put out that we referred to by Palo Alto Networks, the rise of cryptocurrency miners, taking a look at why the situation may not be as ideal as some would like to think it is with Monero and their infrastructure, what's happening in the background with their miners. So I would like to think this is just step one among many steps, many dozens, hundreds perhaps, but there's this whole movement now that's emerging, and we've talked about some of the applications and some of the other projects that are looking into gaming that are overlapping with the gaming and the cryptocurrency space. But this is the sort of area that has a lot of potential. And there's a great article here, seekingalpha.com, Crypto's Next Catalyst, Gaming. So in a nutshell here, the gaming industry now generates over $130 billion in revenue. That's globally every year. It's many years now that it has surpassed the movie industry and the music industry. But check this stat out. It's more than double. So that $130 billion is more than double the global and music industry's annual revenues combined. That's crazy. Gaming live streamers as a whole on sites like Twitch garner higher viewership and stronger engagement than most traditional sports and top athletes. Gaming influencers are the new superstars. Game developers could integrate smart contracts and non-fungible assets to enhance their item infrastructure and generate new streams of revenue. Non-fungible tokens can be used to create transparent digital scarcity. And taking a look at the data that DApp Radar has compiled here, as the author writes, a clear pattern emerges when you analyze the ecosystem landscape. We're seeing an abundance of blockchain games jumping in and out of the top 10. Currently, almost all blockchain-based games have simple mechanics, boring gameplay, and charge exorbitant amounts for items that have little utility. New releases see a brief surge in usage after launch, then quickly watch their user base fade. This is because most of the games lack depth and aren't very fun. Frankly speaking, they suck. That may be the case, but you can see here there are a few listed in the top 5. I think that's going to change, and I think the market is going to influence the quality of that output as time goes by. So you guys can certainly read the rest of this article, get a better sense of why. And many of us at Altcoin Buzz as well believe that gaming could be the new gold mine for cryptocurrency. Of course, we tweeted about this over at Altcoin Buzz.io. Fortnite, with over 40 million people playing the game every month, will use Monero as an exclusive cryptocurrency payment option for Fortnite's merchandise store. Maybe I'm out of touch, but if you guys are gamers, if you do play Fortnite, let me know why Monero is such an appealing option, or maybe it's not. Maybe as Romel suggested, it's just a relationship, a professional relationship between the people over at Fortnite and the people over at Monero. Hey, that's possible. That's how business works too sometimes. But let us know if you're excited about the exclusivity deal and whether or not you're going to be availing yourself of stuff in the merch store via Monero. And finally, in the news today, guys, we're just going to touch on this very, very briefly. I will mention it. It's up to you to dig into it more if you so choose. Justin Sun of Tron fires back at Jed McCaleb. Justin Sun, founder of Tron, has fired back at Jed McCaleb's claim in a recent interview that Tron was, quote, garbage. You guys know how the Twitter feuds work. If you're interested in checking out the exchange here, Justin Sun, he wrote, I don't think Stellar Lumens is our competitor at all since they have extremely low transaction volume, centralized and non-democratic system, and zero dApps. Hashtag Tron will take their place within 2019 anyway. So the chirping is off to a good start in 2019. If you're interested in the drama and if you're interested in Neil's take on the whole situation and his overview of the situation, do be sure to check this out. We're going to link to that in the description below. And as always, guys, make sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and altcoinbuzz.io. We're also on Facebook and Instagram and Telegram. Best of luck if you choose to participate in the Proof of Keys event. Do be sure to heed our advice, which we touched on yesterday. That may be the last video here if you want to click on it and refresh your memory on what it is we discussed. If you like this video, guys, go ahead, smash that thumbs up. Best of luck if you choose to invest, and we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.